Welcome to Ancient Conspiracy Files. I'm your host, Ben Carter. Situated in the town of Abydos, Egypt, stands a majestic structure known as the Osirion, a temple, cloaked in enigma, rich with tales of antiquity, and shrouded with whispers of a time far beyond our comprehension. It is a testament to the architectural prowess of a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago, a monument that, by all mainstream historical accounts, is younger than the Great Pyramids of Giza. But what if that accepted truth was wrong? What if the Osirion is, in fact, much older than we've been led to believe? The Osirion, associated with the deity Osiris, is a significant part of the Abydos temple complex. Its subterranean design, unlike any other Egyptian temple, is a labyrinth of red granite pillars and chambers, surrounded by a moat of water, almost as if it was designed to mimic the mythical island of creation known as the Island of Flames. Its construction is a marvel, with enormous blocks of stone, some weighing up to 100 tons, meticulously positioned with an accuracy that challenges our understanding of ancient engineering. But it's not just the Osirion's unique architecture that stirs up questions. Its alignment with the celestial bodies is a curious detail that cannot be ignored. The temple aligns perfectly with the constellation of Orion, a pattern seen in other ancient Egyptian monuments. But here's the crux. The alignment corresponds not to the era of its supposed construction around 1300 BCE, but rather to a much earlier date, around 10,500 BCE. This star alignment theory, proposed by authors Robert Bauval and Graham Hancock, suggests that the Osirion, and perhaps other ancient Egyptian structures, are remnants of a vastly older, advanced civilization. Despite this compelling evidence, mainstream Egyptologists remain skeptical, attributing these alignments to mere coincidence. But can such precision, such architectural mastery, be brushed off as mere chance? Could the Osirion be a relic from a time before the pyramids? A time before recorded history? A testament of a civilization whose existence we are yet to acknowledge? Adding to this mystery is the discovery of strange, unidentifiable tool marks on the stone blocks of the Osirion. The marks suggest the use of advanced technology, far beyond what should have been available in the era of its mainstream dated construction. Could it be that the ancient Egyptians inherited the Osirion from a much older, technologically advanced civilization? These lingering questions challenge our understanding of human history. They invite us to reconsider the timeline of our past and to question whether the Osirion, this enigmatic temple at Abydos, might hold secrets about an ancient civilization that predates the pyramids, a civilization that has been lost to time, waiting for us to uncover its cryptic past. To fully grasp the implications of these questions, we must first step back and immerse ourselves in the ancient world, the cradle of civilization that was ancient Egypt. It was a world where the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural were blurred, where every river, mountain, and desert was imbued with divine significance. The Egyptians saw their world as a cosmic domain, ruled by gods and goddesses who controlled the forces of nature and determined the fate of mortals. Among these deities, Osiris held a special place. As the god of the underworld and the judge of souls, he was the embodiment of death and resurrection, a symbol of the eternal cycle of life and decay. The Osirion, dedicated to this deity, is a fitting testament to these beliefs, a shrine where the mystery of life and death was celebrated and pondered upon. The civilization that constructed such monumental structures was far from primitive. The Egyptians were master builders, astronomers, and mathematicians. Their impressive monuments, from the colossal pyramids to the intricate temples, were feats of engineering and architecture that still baffle modern scientists. They employed complex mathematics and astronomy to align their structures with celestial bodies, imbuing them with sacred significance. The technology available to the ancient Egyptians, although primitive by our standards, was sophisticated for its time. They used simple tools like hammers, chisels, and levers, but their mastery of these tools and their understanding of natural laws allowed them to achieve remarkable feats of construction. They could shape and transport enormous blocks of stone, create perfectly aligned structures, and carve intricate designs with precision and grace. Ancient Egyptian culture was steeped in mystery and symbolism. Their rituals, myths, and art were a complex tapestry of allegorical messages and hidden meanings. The hieroglyphs that adorn their monuments are not just records of historical events, but sacred texts that convey profound spiritual truths. The gods and goddesses in their pantheon were not mere fantasy figures, but personifications of the forces of nature and the mysteries of existence. The civilization of ancient Egypt was a world of paradoxes, a world where death was seen as a transition to a new life, where the physical and the spiritual realms were intertwined, where the cosmos was seen as a divine drama played out on the stage of the earthly world. It was a world that saw the creation of the Osirion, a monument of enduring mystery that challenges our understanding of human history and invites us to explore the secrets of a forgotten past. The first whispers of the Osirion's puzzling age emerged from the mouth of an influential figure in the early 20th century, a man of science and mysticism, Colonel William Flinders Petrie. An English Egyptologist, Petrie was instrumental in developing methodological systems for excavation and historical analysis. He was drawn to the enigma of ancient Egypt, and it was his meticulous work at Abydos that brought the Osirion to the world's attention. Petrie noted the difference in architectural style and sophistication between the Osirion and the adjacent temple of Seti Wust. The Osirion's grandeur, he observed, was marked by a stark simplicity and a mathematical precision that sharply contrasted with the ornate and complex designs of Seti's temple. This led him to speculate that the Osirion was constructed in a much earlier era, possibly predating even the dynastic period of Egypt. Accompanying Petrie's observations are the cryptic writings of Plutarch, the Greek historian and biographer who lived during the 1st century AD. In his work, Isis and Osiris, he refers to an Osirion in Abydos, which he describes as the symbolic tomb of Osiris, a place of great reverence and mystical significance. Another intriguing piece of evidence comes from the Palermo stone, one of the most ancient historical records from Egypt. Dating back to the Old Kingdom, it lists the pharaohs who reigned before the dynastic era, known as the Shamsu-Hor, or followers of Horus. Some alternative historians suggest that these enigmatic rulers could have been the builders of the Osirion, attributing to them a level of technological prowess lost to the sands of time. Adding to the intrigue, the Osirion's alignment with the cardinal directions and its correlation with certain star constellations echoes the traditions of ancient star cults. This celestial alignment, similar to that of the Great Pyramids of Giza, could hint at an older origin, potentially linking it to a time when star worship was more prevalent. This further fuels speculation that the Osirion might be a relic of a pre-dynastic advanced civilization. In the shadowy corners of mythology, there are also whispers of a time when gods walked among men, a golden age when celestial knowledge was bestowed upon humanity. Could the Osirion be a testament to this forgotten epoch? A monument built not by human hands but by divine architects? As we delve deeper into the enigma of the Osirion, we find ourselves navigating a labyrinth of clues, each one inviting us to question the established narrative of human history. Yet the ultimate truth remains elusive, hidden deep within the stone heart of this ancient mystery. Within the orthodox framework of Egyptology, the anomalies surrounding the Osirion present a profound challenge. The sheer scale and precision of the construction, its unusual subterranean design, and the use of massive stone blocks all stand in stark contrast to the architectural norms of the New Kingdom era. Mainstream historians and archaeologists, adhering to conventional timelines, struggle to explain these discrepancies and often dismiss them as anomalies or artistic eccentricities. However, a growing body of alternative researchers and theorists proposes a radically different perspective. They argue that the Osirion's distinctive characteristics are not anomalies, but evidence of its origin in a much earlier era, possibly predating the known Egyptian civilization. Among these claims, one of the most compelling focuses on the Osirion's stone architecture. The structure employs granite and sandstone blocks, some of which weigh up to 100 tons. These were transported from quarries hundreds of miles away and fitted together with remarkable precision. Such a feat would require a level of technological expertise that seems inconsistent with the capabilities of the New Kingdom builders. Moreover, the Osirion's enigmatic alignment with the constellation of Orion is another striking anomaly. This celestial correlation, similar to the alignments found in the Great Pyramids of Giza, is not seen in any other structures from the New Kingdom. Could this be a vestige of an ancient star-worshipping culture, predating dynastic Egypt? Further adding to the enigma, the Osirion's stark, minimalist design contrasts sharply with the ornate, complex aesthetics of New Kingdom architecture. This stark aesthetic, combined with the absence of royal inscriptions or hieroglyphics, is markedly different from the grandiose self-glorification typical of pharaohs' monuments. Could this signal a different, possibly older cultural origin? Finally, while the Osirion is ostensibly associated with Seti I, the lack of any inscriptions or reliefs within the structure itself linking it to Seti raises questions. Some propose that Seti merely discovered and restored this ancient monument, rather than commissioned its construction. The established narrative of Egyptology, with its rigid chronology and cultural context, struggles to accommodate these divergent aspects of the Osirion. Yet, for those willing to venture beyond the accepted norms, these anomalies offer tantalizing hints of a forgotten epoch, echoing with whispers of celestial gods, advanced technologies, and a civilization lost to time. In this view, the Osirion is not an outlier but a key, a gateway into the hidden depths of our past. Scientific and archaeological analysis have played pivotal roles in this ongoing debate. Carbon dating, a reliable method to determine the age of an artifact, unfortunately, presents a challenge in the case of the Osirion. The majority of the structure is carved directly from bedrock, and the ancillary blocks used are primarily stone, materials that cannot be accurately carbon dated. However, traces of organic matter found in the surrounding silt deposits date back to a period far older than the New Kingdom. While these findings do not definitively establish the age of the Osirion, they provide intriguing circumstantial evidence that the site could predate pharaonic Egypt. In terms of architecture, the Osirion's design is as perplexing as it is awe-inspiring. The use of monolithic blocks, some weighing up to 100 tons, is unparalleled in New Kingdom structures. The level of precision with which these massive blocks were cut and fitted together implies an understanding of engineering and geometry that seems incongruous with the established technological capabilities of the New Kingdom era. Furthermore, the site exhibits an uncanny celestial alignment. Like the pyramids of Giza, the Osirion aligns perfectly with the constellation Orion, a celestial pattern that was significant to ancient Egyptians but not typically associated with New Kingdom architecture. This alignment suggests a profound understanding of astronomy, contributing to the conjecture that the Osirion may be the relic of an advanced, star-worshipping culture that existed before the dawn of dynastic Egypt. The genetic clues also raise questions. While no human remains have been found at the Osirion to provide direct genetic evidence, the site's symbolism is deeply entwined with the god Osiris, lord of the underworld and judge of the dead. Osiris is one of the oldest known Egyptian deities, with roots potentially reaching back to prehistoric times. Could this connection signal a deeper, older link between the Osirion and a civilization that predated the pharaohs? Lastly, the presence of out-of-place artifacts further fuels this enigma. Several artifacts discovered within the vicinity of the Osirion, such as the Abydos boats, are inexplicably advanced for their purported era. These potentially anachronistic findings hint at the tantalizing possibility of a forgotten civilization, technologically sophisticated and culturally unique, that could have been the original builders of the Osirion. The conventional chronology of ancient Egypt is challenged by these unexplained elements of the Osirion. But to those open to the mystery, these discrepancies invite a re-evaluation of established narratives, suggesting the existence of a hidden epoch in human history. The Osirion, enigmatic and majestic, stands as a silent testament to this cryptic past, waiting for its secrets to be unraveled. The suggestion of a pre-dynastic advanced civilization responsible for the creation of the Osirion is undeniably compelling. Yet it's a theory that has met with considerable resistance within mainstream academic circles. Historians and archaeologists, for the most part, have been reticent to embrace this alternative perspective, often dismissing it outright. The reasons for this are as varied as they are complex. Firstly, there's the weight of established academic consensus. For over a century, the history of ancient Egypt has been painstakingly pieced together, resulting in a chronology that's widely accepted and taught. To suggest that this timeline could be fundamentally incorrect is certainly a challenging proposition. It pushes against the tide of an entrenched academic tradition that values continuity and consistency, and often views radical reinterpretations with suspicion. Secondly, there's the issue of evidence. Conventional archaeology relies heavily on tangible physical proof. Theories about advanced pre-dynastic civilizations, while captivating, are often based on interpretations of anomalies rather than concrete archaeological findings. The absence of direct evidence, such as human remains or inscriptions, makes it difficult for mainstream academia to validate the notion of the Osirion being older than the pyramids. Yet, there's an underlying pattern of resistance to alternative theories that goes beyond the need for empirical evidence or respect for tradition. Some critics suggest that there's an institutional reluctance to entertain ideas that could disrupt the established narrative. They argue that this resistance can manifest as suppression or even ridicule of alternative hypotheses. This pattern, they contend, stifles the spirit of open inquiry that should be at the heart of any academic pursuit. In this context, the debate surrounding the Osirion is more than just a question of its age or the identity of its builders. It's a reflection of the broader struggle within the field of archaeology to balance respect for established knowledge with a willingness to question and reevaluate that knowledge in the light of new evidence or perspectives. The Osirion, in its silent, enduring grandeur, thus becomes a symbol of this ongoing academic tension. It compels us to question, to challenge, and to wonder, pushing the boundaries of our understanding of the ancient world. Regardless of mainstream academic resistance, the mysteries of the Osirion continue to captivate those who are willing to look beyond the established narrative and explore the tantalizing possibility of a forgotten chapter in human history. The theory of the Osirion's antiquity doesn't only challenge archaeological chronology, it also raises intriguing implications about ancient belief systems and the possibility of a forgotten past. If the Osirion predates the pyramids, what does this suggest about the civilization that built it? What might they have believed, and how might those beliefs have shaped their society? The answers to these questions could shed new light on the spiritual and symbolic elements of ancient cultures. One of the most compelling aspects of ancient Egyptian culture was their intricate belief system, in which the gods played a central role. Osiris, the god of the underworld and resurrection, was a key figure in this pantheon. The association of the Osirion with Osiris suggests that its builders held a deep reverence for this deity, potentially pointing to a civilization that was profoundly spiritual and focused on concepts of mortality and rebirth. If the Osirion is indeed older than the pyramids, it might indicate that the cult of Osiris and the intricate rituals and beliefs associated with it are far older than previously believed. This could force us to reevaluate our understanding of ancient Egyptian spirituality, suggesting a level of spiritual sophistication and depth at an earlier period than mainstream archaeology currently acknowledges. Beyond the realm of archaeology, the theory also intersects with more speculative fields of inquiry. Some proponents of the ancient astronaut theory, which proposes that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in prehistoric times, view the Osirion as potential evidence of these encounters. They argue that the site's architectural complexity and the advanced knowledge it implies could be indicative of a divine or extraterrestrial influence. This hypothesis resonates with the god as alien concept, a theory suggesting that ancient gods were actually advanced beings from other planets. While this perspective is certainly controversial and far from the mainstream view, it adds another layer of intrigue to the Osirion's already enigmatic aura. The possibility that the Osirion is older than the pyramids also invites us to ponder the concept of humanity's forgotten past. If an advanced civilization did exist in pre-dynastic times, what could have happened to it? Cataclysm, decline, or simply the relentless march of time might have erased this civilization from our collective memory, leaving only enigmatic structures like the Osirion as silent testaments to a lost era. Thus, the theory of the Osirion's antiquity opens a Pandora's box of profound questions about humanity's past and the nature of ancient spiritual beliefs. It invites us to explore the uncharted territories of our history, pushing the boundaries of what we know and what we can imagine. As such, the Osirion stands as a monument not just to the past, but also to the infinite possibilities of our understanding of that past. In the modern era, this theory of the Osirion's antiquity has found its way into various corners of popular culture, igniting imaginations around the globe. YouTube, with its vast user base and seemingly infinite capacity for diverse content, has become a fertile ground for discussions about the Osirion and its potential implications. Videos exploring the site's architectural anomalies, its potential extraterrestrial connections, and its place in the ancient astronaut theory have garnered millions of views. These digital discussions, often presented with high-quality visuals and persuasive narration, have introduced the Osirion mystery to a new generation of curious minds. Similarly, numerous documentaries have explored the Osirion's enigmatic allure. These productions, often using breathtaking aerial footage and expert commentary, have brought the site's ancient stones to living rooms around the world. They've also popularized the idea of the Osirion as a testament to a forgotten civilization, prompting viewers to question mainstream historical narratives and consider alternative perspectives. In the realm of literature, a number of books have delved deep into the Osirion mystery. Authors like Graham Hancock and Robert Bauval, renowned for their explorations of alternative history, have included the Osirion in their narratives of an advanced prehistoric civilization. These works, while often controversial, have found a large audience eager for new interpretations of the past. Online, the theory has found a home in numerous forums and discussion boards where enthusiasts and skeptics alike debate its merits. These digital spaces, removed from the constraints of traditional academic discourse, allow for a freer exchange of ideas and hypotheses. They also provide a platform for amateur researchers and armchair archaeologists to contribute to the discourse, further enriching the dialogue around the Osirion. This resurgence in popular culture has undeniably shaped public perception of the Osirion. More than just an ancient temple, it has become a symbol of the mysteries of the past and the tantalizing possibility of forgotten knowledge. It's a testament to our innate curiosity, our endless quest for understanding, and our willingness to question established narratives. However, this popularization also comes with its challenges. The line between informed speculation and unfounded conjecture can often blur, leading to misinformation and misunderstanding. Thus, while the Osirion's newfound popularity brings it into the limelight, it is crucial to approach the subject with a discerning mind, weighing the evidence and considering all perspectives. Despite these challenges, the modern resurgence of the Osirion theory is a powerful reminder of our collective fascination with the past. It shows us that history, far from being a closed book, is a living, breathing entity, ever ripe for reinterpretation and rediscovery. It urges us to keep exploring, to keep questioning, and to keep seeking the truth, wherever it may lead. For in the end, the quest for understanding is a journey without end, a voyage through the labyrinth of time that defines our very humanity. As we delve even deeper into the realm of the unconventional, we find theories that push the boundaries of traditional archaeology and history, venturing into the esoteric and fringe expansions. The Osirion at Abydos has not been exempt from these alternative interpretations, with some proposing theories as fantastical as ancient aliens, dimensional portals, lost technologies, and even bloodlines of non-human origin. The ancient astronaut theory, popular in certain circles, suggests that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in antiquity and played a role in the construction of monumental structures such as the Osirion. Proponents of this view claim that the architectural sophistication of the Osirion, its alignment with celestial bodies, and the presence of what they interpret as depictions of advanced technology in nearby hieroglyphs all point to alien involvement. Others have postulated that the Osirion could have been a dimensional portal or a stargate, a physical or energetic gateway to other realms of existence. This theory draws on the temple's subterranean location, its mysterious water channels, and its alignment with the constellation Orion, often associated with the afterlife and divine journeys in ancient Egyptian cosmology. Then there are those who look to lost technologies to explain the Osirion's enigmatic features. They speculate that the ancient Egyptians may have possessed advanced knowledge in fields such as acoustics, geology, and engineering, which they used to construct the Osirion. This could account for the temple's extraordinary precision, its durability over millennia, and its resonance with natural energies. The final group of theories ventures into the cryptic realm of non-human bloodlines. These theorists propose that the pharaohs, including Seti I, who is traditionally credited with the construction of the Osirion, were descendants of a divine or non-human lineage. This could explain their extraordinary abilities, profound wisdom, and the reverence in which they were held. These theories, while they may seem radical or even fantastical, reflect a profound human desire to make sense of the unexplained, to uncover hidden truths, and to push the boundaries of our understanding. They challenge the established narrative and invite us to view the Osirion, and indeed history itself, through a different lens. While these theories are far from being universally accepted, they contribute to the rich tapestry of discourse surrounding the Osirion. They invite us to question and probe deeper, to venture into the unknown, and to consider all possibilities, no matter how unconventional. They remind us that the journey to understanding our past is strewn with mysteries yet to be solved, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. The mysteries of the Osirion persist, shrouded in layers of time and history. The enigmatic structure, with its unusual architecture and its alignment with celestial bodies, continues to baffle and intrigue. Its origins remain shrouded in ambiguity, its purpose elusive. Yet these mysteries do not deter but rather invite further exploration. The theory that the Osirion is older than the pyramids destabilizes our conventional understanding of human history. If further evidence were to support this theory, we would need to reassess the narrative of human evolution, technological progress, and societal organization. We may need to consider the possibility that advanced civilizations existed far earlier than we currently believe. The hypothesis of alien intervention, too, raises intriguing questions about the relationship between humanity and extraterrestrial beings. If we consider the possibility that an advanced alien race interacted with our ancestors, we must also entertain the idea that they could return, or that they may have left behind other traces of their presence yet to be discovered. The idea of the Osirion as a dimensional portal or stargate suggests that our understanding of the universe and our place within it may be far more complex than we currently comprehend. It urges us to consider the unknown, to explore the realms of existence beyond our immediate perception. The theory of lost technologies challenges us to rethink what we know about the capabilities of our ancient ancestors. It suggests that they may have had knowledge and skills that we have yet to rediscover, or that we may have overlooked. The concept of non-human bloodlines in our ancestry puts forth the possibility that our genetic heritage is more intricate and diverse than we understand. It calls into question our notions of humanity and divinity, and the boundaries between them. In the end, the Osirion remains a testament to the enigmatic nature of our past, a tantalizing puzzle that defies easy solutions. It stands as a beacon of mystery, inviting us to probe deeper, to question more, and to keep exploring the unknown. It is a stark reminder that the story of our past is far from complete, that there are chapters yet to be written and secrets yet to be uncovered. It challenges us to reconsider what we think we know about our history, our abilities, and our place in the universe. And it leaves us with an enduring sense of wonder, a reminder that the search for knowledge is a journey without end. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of Ancient Conspiracy Files. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.